When Melissa slammed into Jamaica, it was with incredibly violent wind.
This gully here is starting to rise.
Officials had warned people to evacuate to shelters ahead of the monster Category 5.
There will be catastrophic damage.
Gusting up to 320 kilometers an hour, bending trees and metal. It tore at roofs and flooded streets.
Jesus Christ!
When
Jesus Christ! Oh God! Lord!
flew close to the wall of the eye of Melissa and reported winds that were peaking at nearly 200 miles per hour. Compact and slow, in many ways this was the perfect storm that only intensified as it passed over the warm waters of the Western Caribbean.
This is not the time to be brave. I've been saying for 1 week, don't bet against Melissa. It is a bet we can't win.
One woman who is battened down in the hardest hit parish of all is Ava Lee Shang.
Winds been getting pretty damage. I'm trusting in God to keep us safe. We have done all that we can. Don't panic. Don't be anxious. We're going to get through this.
Yes, so much. Jesus have mercy, God. Look on the road.
We are in Kingston, Jamaica. Since the storm has moved off the coast of northern portions of Jamaica, we decided to venture down to the coast to see how the city of Kingston, the capital city, fared. Obviously, much more intense conditions down by the ocean. The Caribbean Sea spraying up water. We often can taste the seawater when we get these really intense wind gusts. But we're happy to report that the capital city was spared the catastrophic and extensive damage that unfortunately has unfolded and continues to unfold in the western parts of this country. We're going to go through a very, very treacherous night and wake up tomorrow morning to a completely different different Jamaica.
And keep on checking the phone to see what's going on. Honestly, it's panicking. Everybody's like on a knife edge. It's sad, honestly. I can't sleep.
Well, just as you've heard from your previous two guests, that the corridor of impact would have been in the southwestern end of the island, St. Elizabeth, parts of Manchester, parts of Westmoreland, and then heading to the northwestern end of the island, St. James, Hanover, and parts of Trelawney. It is clear that wherever the eye of the hurricane hit, there would be devastating impacts. And the reports that we have had so far would include damage to hospitals, significant damage to residential property, housing, and commercial property as well, and damage to our road infrastructure. But I think that, we have mounted a very credible and strong preparation and recovery strategy, and that will help us to ensure that our citizens who may now be facing hardship, they can have confidence that the government will be able to reach them immediately after the storm is past.
Yeah, when do you anticipate you would be able to get rescue, repair crews, electricity restored to some of the hardest hit parts of the island?
Well, in the eastern end of the island, we should be able to start the recovery process immediately. So tomorrow onwards, we should be able to restore electricity, telecommunications. In the southern end of the island, that may take a few more days. But today I had a meeting of my cabinet. All the ministers are mobilized. We have put the necessary measures in place. So tomorrow the effort to clear roads to ensure that there is island-wide connectivity, to return electricity, and to deal with the humanitarian issues that may occur, the need for food, medicine, and temporary shelter. All of those will be mobilized tomorrow.
There were some reports of fatalities as people prepared for this, cutting down trees and injuries. Have you gotten any reports of fatalities during the storm?
Well, as best as we would have tried and we would have informed citizens, I'm certain that there would be eventualities and situations. But as of now, I don't have any confirmed reports of deaths. But with a Category 5 hurricane, with the damage along the corridor, as Bill explained earlier, we are expecting that there would be some loss of life.
Yeah. Prime Minister, I appreciate your time tonight. I know you're busy. I appreciate it. Much more of our breaking news coverage ahead.
We do have some new video just coming into out front. This is from Cuba. Heavy rains are slamming the country. Hurricane Melissa is now moving closer and closer to a hit on Cuba. Right now, Category 4 hurricane already making landfall in a devastating way.
In Black River, 3 families were marooned during the height of the storm when it was too dangerous for rescuers to venture out. Their fate, officials said, not immediately clear. There are also 25,000 tourists on the island. Many moved into shelters on resorts.
Oh my God, the whole sea just came up on the road. Everything is underwater. The waves keep crashing through the hotels. Look at that. Look. That is a shark. That is a shark right there in the street. Lord, please. They're swimming past the cars. They're right below.
On the street, this is Jamaica right now. The water came all the way up to the hotel. Look at this. That's a shark. Oh no, there's another one over there. I can't believe it. The sea's just pouring in. Everything's under. The pool's gone. Please let this.
Goodbye now, Oh God! What the heck? What? We catch it! We catch it! Oh, what the fuck, son? Yes, sir! We see this way, Peter. And then we see this way, Nick. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! No!
Tanong ko na malis. Watch that. Look, class.
The entire Jamaica has felt the brunt of Melissa. Jamaica has gone through what I can call one of its worst periods. Our infrastructure is severely compromised.
The electric grid, including parts that had just been rebuilt, dismantled.
Seeing devastation with poles coming down, with transmission towers and distribution lines,
leaving hundreds of thousands in the dark. The hurricane also pummeled Jamaica's breadbasket, the fertile plains of St. Elizabeth Parish, where so much of its food is produced, underwater. The area still recovering after being hit last year by Hurricane Beryl.
When the hurricane comes, a lot more will fall. Yeah. This is Golden Pen, Morant Bay, St. Thomas. Yeah, all the trees have started uprooting. Big tree of both of them.
Alright, this is where my venture ends right now. Right here. Woo. Yeah. Let's hope nothing drops down right now, but let me take a video. The whole side of the hill over there just woohoo came down right here. Thank God nobody was driving on this road because somebody would be seriously injured if we pull those trees down. I can't see beyond that. Let me see. I can't go over.